Have you ever frozen at a party trying to make conversation in English? You know the words, but something feels unnatural. What's missing? You're not using the phrases that native speakers actually say. Today, I'm showing you 7 expressions that will make you sound confident and natural, no matter what social event you're at. Hey, welcome back to Daily English Edge. If you're an intermediate English learner who wants to speak fluently in real social situations, this lesson is for you. We're covering the 7 English phrases that native speakers use at parties, networking events, and casual meetups. These aren't textbook expressions, they're the natural, conversational words that will make you fit right in. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to say to start conversations, keep them flowing, and leave a great impression. Let's go. The first phrase is, "So how do you know the host?" This is the king of small talk openers. It's low pressure, genuine, and gives the other person an easy way to share something about themselves. Instead of the awkward, "Hi, who are you?" or just "Hi," this question opens the door naturally. You can also say, "How did you end up here?" or "What brings you to this event?" These all work the same way. They ask a real question that the other person can answer without feeling uncomfortable. Practice using one of these the next time you're at a social event, and watch how the conversation just flows from there. Once someone answers your opening question, you need to know how to keep the ball rolling. The phrase, "That's interesting, tell me more," is pure gold. It shows genuine interest and it buys you time to think. You're not just passively listening, you're actively asking them to expand. Native speakers use variations like, "Oh, that sounds cool. How long have you been doing that?" or simply, "I'd love to hear more about that." The key is to follow up on what they said, not jump to a completely new topic. When someone says they work in marketing, ask, "What kind of marketing do you do?" When they mention they just moved, ask, "Where did you move from?" These small follow-up questions make you sound interested, engaged, and genuinely curious, which is exactly how native speakers talk. Here's a phrase that instantly creates connection. "Oh, I completely get that," or "I know exactly what you mean." When someone shares an experience or opinion, and it relates to you in any way, this phrase validates their feelings and shows you have something in common. Instead of just saying, "That's cool," you're saying, "I felt that too. I understand." For example, someone says they're tired from work, and you say, "I completely get that. My job has been crazy this week too." Suddenly, you're not strangers anymore. You're two people who share an experience. Other variations. "I've been there. I feel the same way," or "That resonates with me." This builds real human connection, and that's what makes people remember you after a party. Sometimes you need to move the conversation to a different subject. Maybe you've talked about their job for a few minutes, and you want to talk about the food, the event, or something else. Here's the natural way native speakers do it. "By the way, have you tried?" Or "Speaking of which?" Or "That reminds me." These transition phrases feel smooth and natural, not abrupt. For example, "By the way, have you tried the appetizers? They're amazing." Or if they mention traveling, you say, "Speaking of which, I've been wanting to plan a trip myself." Notice how these connect the old topic to the new one? It doesn't feel like you're suddenly changing the subject. You're building on the conversation. This is how native speakers keep things flowing without awkward silences. Not every conversation lasts forever, and that's okay. You need to know how to leave without being rude. The phrase, "It was really nice talking to you," combined with a genuine reason, works perfectly. You might say, "This has been great talking with you, but I'm going to grab a drink," or "I really enjoyed our conversation, but I want to say hi to someone over there." The key is, be honest, be warm, and don't apologize excessively. Avoid long explanations. Just a simple, "I'll catch you later," or "Let's continue this conversation sometime," shows confidence. If you want to stay in touch, add, "Do you have a card?" or "What's the best way to stay in contact?" This leaves the door open for a real connection without the awkwardness of ghosting someone you just talked to for 20 minutes. There you have it, 5 essential English phrases that will make you sound natural and confident at any social event. The secret isn't learning complicated grammar. It's knowing what real people actually say. Start with one phrase. Use it at your next party or networking event, and notice how the conversation flows so much easier. If you want to keep improving your conversational English and sound fluent in real situations, subscribe to Daily English Edge. We upload a new lesson every single day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.